Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Did anyone say welcome to Jellybean? Okay, well, Jellybean's here. As per usual, he thinks it's his show, so please say hi to him in the comments below. He really appreciates it. You want to go now? You want to go poop up? You can go lay down? No, you're going to come back? Okay. This is day 10 of Veda? Maybe? I honestly lost count, but I'll put what day it is right there. I think it's day 10. So, we have a problem, okay? I am filming this on July 11th, and I am fully aware that I'm on a book buying ban. However, I recently found out that I passed my boards exam! So I'm a certified teacher. I have one semester of college left. Oh my god, I have one semester of college left. Since I passed my boards exam and I'm certified, I did a little book shopping. And I'm not mad. So if you want to be mad because I'm in a book buying ban and I accidentally bought a few books to celebrate, let me have it in the comments below. But I think that I deserve it. We're gonna try to do this with Jellybean on my lap because he still thinks it's the Jellybean show. You're such a cutie, dude. You know, you're just plain pathetic so that they give you likes and say hi in the comments below, right? You're just pretending to be pathetic, right? Stack of books that I got today that are for a couple of different video ideas I have. I'm not gonna go into detail about what the books are about or why I got them because that might give it away, and I want them to be kind of like a secret TBR at some point. But there's the one by John Mars, which is a sci-fi thriller, or at least a thriller. I don't know if this one has sci-fi elements or not. There's A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libra Bray, historical fiction. Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wynn, yet another historical fiction. The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, which is a thriller about a nanny who gets, like, convicted of murdering one of the kids that she's watching. I think. I could be completely wrong. Long Bright River by Liz Moore. No idea what this one's about. I think it's a thriller. If you have any ideas what any of my secret TBRs are, let me know in the comments below. The first one we have is a nonfiction called Molly's Game by Molly Bloom. Okay, so this is the true story of the 26-year-old woman behind the most exclusive high-stakes underground poker game in the world. Cool. So it's like a crime nonfiction type memoir. But I like true crime, so that'll work. Then there's Green Glass House by Kate Milford. Let me show you the cover because it's beautiful. Okay. This is a middle grade. And I know that I said I'm, for the most part, done with middle grade unless I'm like super excited about it. This is one that I've heard a lot about that I really want to read. So, it's wintertime at Green Glass House. The Creaky Smuggler's Inn is always quiet during the season. And 12-year-old Milo, the innkeeper's adopted son, plans to spend his holidays relaxing. But on the first icy night of vacation, out of nowhere, the guest bell rings, then rings again and again. Soon Milo's home is bursting with odd, secretive guests, each one bearing a strange story that is somehow connected to the rambling old house. As objects go missing and tempers flare, Milo and Needy, the cook's daughter, must decipher clues and untangle the web of deepening mysteries to discover the truth about Green Glass House and themselves. That just sounds so cute! The Flight Attendant by Chris Bojlin? I'm very sorry, I probably mispronounced that. This is a thriller that one of the workers, Zoe, recommended at my bookstore, so of course I had to get it. Plus this one that I've heard of, but I don't know much about because I watch a lot of BookTube, and this one's been recommended before. Cassandra Bowden is no stranger to hungover mornings. She's a binge drinker. Her job with the airline makes it easy to find adventure, and the occasional blackouts seem to be inevitable. She lives with them and with the accompanying self-loathing. When she awakens in a Dubai hotel room, she tries to piece the previous night back together, already counting the minutes until she has to catch her crew shuttle to the airport. She quietly turns over in bed, careful not to aggravate her already pounding head, and looks at the man with whom she spent the night. She sees his dark hair, his utter stillness, and blood. A slick, still, wet hole on the sheets. Afraid to call the police, she's a single woman alone in a hotel room far from home. Cassie begins to lie. She lies as she joins the other flight attendants and the pilots in the van. She lies on the way to Paris as she works the first class cabin. She lies to the FBI agents in New York who meet her at the gate. Soon it's too late to come clean or to face the truth about what really happened back in Dubai. Could she have killed him? If not, who did? That sounds amazing. Okay, another thriller is If I Die Tonight by Allison Galen. It says, by the time you read this, I'll be dead. Which there's actually a book called By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead. Love it. It's a YA hard-hitting contemporary. This has nothing to do with that, but I just thought I would mention that. By the time you read this, I'll be dead. This isn't Jackie. It's her son, Wade. She doesn't know where I am. She doesn't even know I can get on her Facebook page, so don't ask her. This isn't her fault. I am not her fault. I'm writing to tell my mom and Connor that I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. I wish I could tell you the truth of what happened, but it's not my truth to tell. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like lies and thriller and North of Beautiful by Justina Chin Headley. I feel like I've heard about this one before, but yet again I don't know what it's about. Okay, so as he continued to stare, I wanted to point to my cheek and remind him, but you were the one who wanted this, remember? You're the one who asked, and I repeat, why not fix your face? It's hard not to notice Tara Cooper. She's tall, blonde, and has an inviolable body. But with one turn of her cheek, all people notice is her unmistakably flawed face. Tara secretly plans to leave her small town in the Northwest. Oh, I love books that take place in the Northwest. And escape to an East Coast college, but gets pushed off course by her controlling father. When an unexpected collision puts Tara directly in Jacob's path, the handsome but quirky goth boy immediately challenges her assumptions about herself and her life, and she is forced in yet another direction. With her carefully laid plans disrupted, will Tara be able to find her true path? That sounds like emotional and gut-wrenching, which is the type of book that I typically like. I have scars like right here, and it took me so long to be okay with my scars enough to where, like, there's like this one you can see, and then there's a smaller one right here, and it took me so long to feel comfortable in like a bikini when I went to the beach or to the pool or anything, or like even just a low-cut shirt. Like, I would never wear a low-cut shirt because I knew you could see my scars, and I hated the way that people looked at me because of it. But you know what? I'm a freaking warrior, and yeah, I got a couple scars, but you know, it means that I lived, that I conquered, and I'm assuming she has some kind of face scar. It's kind of covered up with her hair on the cover. But these books always make me super emotional because I can connect. Yeah, I don't have anything on my face, but I can very much connect to these characters, and I feel like this is going to gut punch me and make me bawl my eyes out. So when I'm ready for that, this book is here. I went to this thrift store where it's buy 4 get the 5th book for free. I bought 4, so I got the 5th for free. Usually I don't do mass market paperbacks, but this is going to be like the make it or break it type of read for me. I typically hate Stephen King's books. Now, let me just say, Stephen King's writing is not bad. It's pretty good. His stories are either okay till the very end or just not good at all. But the ending always ruins his books for me. With that being said, I'm trying to have an open mind, and this is the book. If I'm gonna like any of his books, besides the Pet Cemetery, which is my favorite of his, this is the one I'm most interested in. So I got Cujo by Stephen King. It's a scary dog book, and apparently there's a movie that my husband says we're gonna watch. Then we have these 4 books. This is the only one I haven't heard of out of these 4. This is The Silent Wife by Carrie Fisher. Would you risk everything for the man you loved, even if you knew he'd done something terrible? 3 I just found today and decided to pick up. So there's Everything for Us by M. Layton. This is a bad boys novel, so it's gonna be a smutty romance, and that's literally all I know. Okay, then there's First Grave on the Right by Danya Jones. I've heard of this one many times, but I've never seen it, never really knew what it was about. But apparently you followed the Reaper. This whole Grim Reaper thing should have come with a manual or a diagram of some kind. A flowchart would have been nice. Apparently the Grim Reaper is this woman. I want to read that. Okay, and then I got Flawed by Cecilia Ahern. One choice could cost her everything. So if you break the rules, you will be punished. Celeste lives a perfect life. She's a model daughter and sister, and she's well liked by her classmates and teachers. She's also a girl of logic. To Celeste, every problem has a solution. Every action is either right or wrong. Celeste is always known about the flawed second-class citizens who are branded as punishment for their crimes, and she always thought they must deserve their punishment. But everything changed when Celeste witnesses the mistreatment of a flawed man and steps up to help him. But in helping him, she reveals that she is imperfect. And in Celeste's society, imperfection is punished. She is in prison, she is branded, she is flawed. These are my last 5 books. All of these I've heard of, and they have been on my radar for a while for one reason or another. So let's get into it. There are a couple of these that I was debating if I wanted to do a whole dedicated reading vlog for just that book. I'm thinking, at least for the next few months while I am student teaching full-time and working, I'm working 7 days a week between work, class, and teaching. I don't get a day off for a very long time. So I'm thinking, instead of doing like weekly reading vlogs, because those take a lot of energy and a lot of editing and a lot of time that I won't have, that maybe I'll start doing like picking one book from my TBR each month and have a dedicated reading vlog for that book. If you'd be interested in that, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments below, because if that's something that you're interested in, I would love to do that. I don't want my content to go away or go downhill because I'm working so hard, but there might be a couple weeks where I don't get something out. That's just kind of how life is right now. I'm actually excited for them all, but there are a couple that I thought we could do a reading vlog for. The first one is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. I saw Riley Marie reading this. I think she read the whole trilogy within a year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think she read the first and second one just a couple months apart, and then read the third one this year. But this is like a gothic tale that pits all of the old classic characters into a new modern world. This is Good Night Beautiful by Amy Molly. A handsome psychotherapist, his lonely wife, and in his home office a ceiling vent. You'd listen to, wouldn't you? Oh, okay, so it's a psychotherapist who has an in-home office, so he has his clients meet him at his home for their sessions, and his wife, his nosy wife, is upstairs listening to these conversations, to these therapy sessions. This one was mostly an author by, because I don't really know what this one's about. However, I have also seen this book on Gabby's channel. So this is The Wrong Family by Taryn Fisher. I read The Wives by Taryn Fisher and really loved it. I know that a lot of people don't love The Wives, but I did. Have you ever been wrong about someone? Juno was wrong about Winnie. Before moving in with the Crouch family, Juno thought Winnie and her husband, Nigel, had the perfect marriage, the perfect son, the perfect life. Only now that she's living in their beautiful house, she sees the cracks in the crumbling facade are too deep to ignore. Still, she isn't one to judge. After her grim diagnosis, the retired therapist simply wants a place to live out the rest of her days in peace. But that peace is shattered the day Juno overhears a chilling conversation between Winnie and Nigel. She shouldn't get involved. She really shouldn't, but this could be her chance to make a few things right. Because if you thought Juno doesn't have a secret of her own, then you were wrong about her too. These two have been making their rounds on BookTube. So of course, I jumped in on that hype. So that hype train came chugging along, whoop whoop, and I jumped on and was like, whoop whoop, let's go. So is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I was so happy when I found this, which is very demented because this is, I don't know if it's a thriller or a contemporary. I'm not 100% sure what you would categorize this book as, but you follow this woman who had intimate relationships with a teacher when she was in high school. She is now in her 30s, and this teacher is on trial for raping a student. And she is called to the stand to kind of say that this teacher was the most amazing person and like he was so nice and, you know, just like vouch that he's a character witness, I believe. And through the trial and everything else coming out, she realizes that maybe her first love relationship was not really a relationship, it was rape, and he took advantage of her. And it's gonna be very hard-hitting. It's probably gonna make me sick, honestly, because I've read a couple of books, maybe not to this extent, but I've read a couple books about like the forbidden romance between the teacher and the student, or where the teacher is just completely no. And it just sickens me because I'm a teacher. Like, I could never, I mean, I teach kindergarten, so that would be wrong on so many levels. Most of these stories that I read take place in high school, but that is still, you do not, teacher-student relationship does not, no. So this one angers me, it makes my stomach sick, but I have to read it. I think it's going to make me cry and make me angry. And I like books that have that hidden agenda, or it's not even that hidden, just those messages that make me mad at the world. Okay, and then the last one we got, we're kind of steering away from the icky, gross, sad feelings. Let's like wiggle those out real quick, like, ugh. And let's get some like good energy in here for this last one. I heard about this one on Books and Lala's channel, so thank you, Kayla. Yeah, right, like Kayla's gonna see this. But this is We Ride Upon Sticks by Quinn Berry. I think this is the game Quidditch? The game that's in Harry Potter. I think it's Quidditch, but I could be. Let's see what the back says. Oh, nothing. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Look at the end. Look at the end paper. Okay. Okay. It's like a map, kind of. Yeah, Massachusetts. Okay, so it takes place in Massachusetts. Set in the coastal town of Danvers, Massachusetts, where the accusations began that led to the 1692 Salem witch trials, We Ride Upon Sticks follows the 1989 Danvers High School Falcons field hockey team. Okay, field hockey. Who'll do anything to make it to the state finals, even if it means tapping into some devilish dark powers. In chapters dense with 1980s iconography from Heathers to Big Hair Barry, expertly weaves together the individual and collective progress of this enchanted team as they storm their way through the unforgettable season. Field hockey and magic, maybe a little dark magic. So that is all the books that I hauled today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel where I'm always putting out bookish content. Now, for the fun part, just for funsies, let's see if I can hold all these books at once. Can I do it? We're gonna try, okay? So, if you're still here, this is going to be the last thing. Okay. We still have so many left. Okay. Can we do it? We're almost there. Kinda. Not really. Okay. We got this. Whew. There's one more. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try and hold it up. Okay. These are all the books I got today.